Part three of our three-part series with Grizzlies head coach and general manager Tim Branham. And coach, you're a busy guy during the summer, and it's something that you started as a player, but you do your own hockey camps. You're all over the United States. Tell us a little bit about that and what you're doing over the summer with your camps.
Yeah, sure. At first, in the beginning of July, around July 6th, I'll be flying to Buffalo to help out with the USA Hockey Select 16 camp. It's the best 16-year-olds in the country. They'll go to Buffalo and they'll play in a tournament. A real good experience for the players there. So I played in those tournaments as a player, and so now I'm giving back, helping coach those tournaments. And then the end of July, I'll be going to Wisconsin with my family. I have a hockey school there that I've been running now. This will be our 11th season, and one in Minocqua, Wisconsin, one in Appleton, Wisconsin, and those are real fun camps for the youth, ages 5 to 15. And then possibly at the end of August, I'll be flying over to England to help out the Telford Tigers, run a youth camp over there, and then help them out also with their pro team that they have, help Tom Watkins, their head coach, with anything that he needs over there. And I think it'll be a real neat experience, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, and in the meantime, you've been doing a lot of stuff at the Utah Olympic Oval. A couple weeks ago, you had a parent-child clinic that had over 50 people attend.
Yeah, we've been running a clinic every Saturday there at the Olympic Oval, and headed by Jay Worthen. He's done a phenomenal job of getting the word out there and getting people to come to the clinic. It's a real neat clinic that we have for the youth as well as for the adults. There's a huge adult hockey following here in Salt Lake City area, so which is really exciting. And so we get about half adults, half kids on the ice, and we just run them through some drills. And we have Brent Gwitt helping us out, as also a couple of the Moose players. Salt Lake City Moose is a junior team here in town. Got a couple of those players helping out, and it's been a really cool experience. We go on an hour and a half on the ice, teach them just different basic things of the game of hockey, whether stick handling, shooting, passing, skating, and then we also go off ice and we teach them a little bit about team building activities, or we play fun games, and it's really neat to spread our knowledge and to see these kids want to have fun at the camp and to get better at their skills.
As you put together this hockey club, is there any position, anything as far as position that you want to go more in depth on to get better as a hockey team? As you watch 72 games and 5 games in the playoffs, did you see anything positionally you want to enhance your craft on?
Yeah, you know what? I think overall I thought we played a pretty strong brand of hockey, where I would like to improve upon. If you look at the NHL now, especially the teams that are deep into the playoffs, they generate a lot of offense from their back end, from their defensemen. Their defensemen are always jumping up into the rush. I mean, you look at LA, you look at Chicago, you look at the New York Rangers. Their defensemen are always coming up into the rush and being involved in the attack. I think if you look at the numbers, we didn't generate a whole lot of offense through our defense, and I think that'll only benefit us, by bringing in those type of defensemen, good skating defensemen. That'll only benefit us offensively without hindering our defensive game. And I think you can do both. Obviously, with the teams that are in the finals now, the teams that are in the conference finals, all 4 of those teams definitely have defensemen that jump in the rush.
Anything Eastern Conference, Western Conference that you saw differently that as you recruit this year's team you'll look for?
No, I think especially this season, the hockey is very similar. The teams are definitely on par with each other. You look at the series now, and Alaska's up 2-1 on Cincinnati, with Cincinnati being the best team in the East and Alaska being the best team in the West. So I think, and we will cross over, maybe, possibly, hopefully this season coming up, and we definitely need to be ready in case we do that. But I think the brand of hockey is very similar. I think over there they're looking for young, hungry players who want to get up to the American League, and then that's what we're looking for. So with us crossing over last year in Orlando, possibly being able to do that this season and being able to see some different teams over there, and we need to be ready for it.
Yeah, right now it looks like Cincinnati and Wheeling are going to be the 2 East Coast cities that the Grizzlies go to. The Grizzlies have never been there during the 20-year history of hockey in Utah. Well, I guess the AHL Grizzlies played the Mighty Ducks, but they've never played at US Bank Arena. It's a different thing now. So tell us about Cincinnati and Wheeling. You had several playoff matchups with the Cyclones and went to Wheeling every other weekend too.
Yeah, that's true. Cincinnati's a phenomenal city. they always have a really good team. They've got a couple of affiliates there that load them up on players, and you know, Ben Simon being the coach there right now, he's done a phenomenal job in his first year. But yeah, US Bank Arena, you know, let's hope we're not there on a weekday game. Dollar beer night that gets pretty rowdy there, and the fans get pretty crazy with all the college students. So, but no, it's a good atmosphere there. They've always had a good team, and Wheeling with their affiliate, they have Pittsburgh. They always have a real tough team. Get a lot of players from their affiliate, and you know, that's a different situation. They have an older arena there with a lot of character, which is pretty neat to go back to, and being there, you're right, every other weekend for the past 4 years, it definitely had some rivalries with them as well.
Out west, did you have a favorite trip, a favorite city that you went to?
San Francisco. San Francisco was my favorite until they're not in anymore. But yeah, I like the Cow Palace. It was a neat arena, a lot of history, a lot of character there, and so I think we only went there once or twice, and but that was a pretty neat experience.
Thanks a lot, Tim.
Thank you.
Get your tickets now at UtahGrizzlies.com and make sure you're following the Grizzlies on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.